assemble them, so we've got the door springs, nugget, and we should be able.
With less than a week till the beginning of the competition, Boo and Matty are doing double shifts to earn extra coin to pour into their competition truck.
I wouldn't trust you to build here. Like that. You'd probably topple over or something.
With George and Jesse mucking in, giving them a hand, their random comments keep Boo in the owner's sights.
It's to do with the way that the rafters and all the ceiling interlocks in wind. When you get your uplift, it straightens your posts. If they're straight, they'll tear off. Yep.
While Boo and Matty welcome the work, coming under constant scrutiny by the owner is something he didn't count on.
Where it had been dragged around the shed in the road.
This 100-year-old lady will need a lot of care and attention to get her back up to speed. A bit like the Suzuki, and with deadlines everywhere, it's double shifts all round, as Azza, back in the workshop, completes last-minute welding.
Jacked it up just to take all the weight off the wheels and just see how the tail shaft, because the front tail shaft we had to actually put a spacer in, so when I got airborne it wouldn't blow out, and it didn't put too big of a spacer in that when I hit the ground that hard it wouldn't blow back into the box.
Yeah, no, because after this weekend it's going to be a good test. So come the weekend, I look at everything.
Whatever breaks and whatever damage is done,
I can work it out.
And then you know we'll do it.
Apart from reinforcing welds and doing last-minute fixes, the biggest issue was the tyres. With less than 48 hours till the event, the rims Matty ordered for the new set had gone AWOL. Azza tried tracking them down, without much success. Plan B was put into effect, with Matty and the boys looking at sourcing another set, but with little or no coin, options became very limited. It was going to be a long day for Matty at work, as his expectations for having time to test the Suzuki were dashed. The boat shed on the inlet had been home to Betsy between pay packets and local events. With the odds against him, Ray has begged and borrowed and somehow managed to bring her back to life. This time, it looked like his luck had run out.
Yeah, and as usual, left everything till the last minute and still hadn't got it running properly. No turbo, it's fried, and I need parts, can't get them.
Finding a turbo and other parts with no coin is always an issue, particularly if you don't have any favours left to pull. So it was back to the old standby, a massive turbo from a Cummins diesel off an old fishing trawler. It worked with modifications on a Commodore, so why not on Betsy?
I happened to realise there was a monster one I had just sitting there that was ready to go, and just in my usual form, trying bigger's better. So I grabbed hold of it, tried fitting it, realised that just wasn't going to happen, not in the time frame, and you know, it's a long-term goal, maybe get it going, something crazy.
But what could have been another added disaster turned out to be an unexpected opportunity when Ray remembered the incident with the boys and his ute.
Took my car, and I heard him just flogging it down the road. While I'm working on my truck trying to get it going, I hear this fucking explosion. I come running down the road and see a plume of black smoke rising above the trees, and just go, what the fuck? Around the corner, here's these flames raging out of the bonnet, and the boys pissing themselves, laughing, thinking it's a good old joke. Here's my car burning to the ground, and they're just laughing their guts out, and it's completely written off. I realised that the turbo and a few other little pieces had survived the fire, and that I could probably make it work, so I got into gear and started ripping the parts off and modifying, fitting them onto Betsy.
Working in the charred remains, Ray managed to salvage the turbo and the intercooler plumbing, both of which would need serious modifications to breathe life back into Betsy. There was no way the Cummins turbo was going to fit, so the salvaged one from the ute was a much better option. After a few modifications.
Didn't have time to do it properly, it was just sort of slapped together with no money and no time really, just got left at the last minute as usual.
A new elbow needed to be welded onto the unit and the pipe for the intercooler cut and modified. The only real cost was time, and this was something Ray was desperately short of, with the event only 2 days away. The issue now was, would Betsy start?
driver knows the value of a snatch strap, the other essential piece of recovery equipment is a set of treads. With a handy shovel feature, extreme grip nodules, aggressive entry teeth and ultimate wear-resistant properties, treads are the best solution for a solo recovery. Proudly Australian made and owned with a lifetime warranty. Treads are available in a variety of colours and sizes. Jump online to find your nearest retailer today.
I think that track's as hard, nowhere near as hard as last year. I wasn't here. Oh yeah,
Can you come here for 6.5 minutes? Yes or no?
It's more like just.
With less than 24 hours to go, Matty's anxiety with the missing rims is beginning to spill over into concerns with the competition track. Azza has managed to convince Boo and George to come back to the showground and take one last look, even though Jesus, the designer and construction manager, is not around. With tension running high, Azza eases the pressure by a tried and true method of giving people a good hard bubble wrap whack.
Nail it, there's a wake up going on. Where else is getting done to the track?
Nothing, that's it. It's being left.
Oh, the tyres will do it or nothing?
That's how it's staying.
I got one tyre for Jesus. Are you going over it, George?
It's not difficult to understand what Boo thinks of the track. Whether it's too late to do anything about it is the big question.
We all had our part, but yeah, I took all the ideas and, you know, drew up 3, 4 different bloody little drawings of what we wanted, and you know, but I used a bit of everyone's ideas, and I think we turned out with a pretty good track.
And then Jesus wanted it done this way, and the way he wanted it done was for a small car. Me and Aaron were there, we both got bigger cars than him. So we were saying, no, do it this way, do it that way, and we'll cover this up, cover that up.
Everyone sort of thought that it was really lame, like even the way that it was set up, the way Jesus set it up, it was alright, but then when me and George got there and started like lifting shit up and...
Oh, he's 37, second hits that's just going to shift. The whole lot will.
Boo thought the course could do with more work, and with Jesus not around, the frustration was beginning to show.
He come along and went bang, 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 bang.
After not being able to contact him, Boo decides to take matters into his own hands.
When I went there, the first afternoon I went there, half the track was already sort of laid out but not finished off. And then because I got a background in driving machines, Aaron took me there after work one afternoon again. I jumped on the machine and raced around loading all the crusher dust onto all the piles.
After starting work on the changes, they finally got onto Jesus.
Yeah, we're just making a minor adjustment to the track, bro. Just moving one pile on in a little bit.
And then obviously making a track, and Aaron was there. There's an argument between how to do this and how to do that and what to do this. And I was sitting on the machine, so I just kept dumping dirt in all sorts of different places.
You know that one pile on that's right out past the big concrete block? We're just moving it in a little bit, bro. Alright?
I wasn't impressed, but you know, in the end I liked what they did. You know, I could see why they sort of didn't tell me they were going to do it, but when I saw what they'd done, it fitted with ideas that I had in my head and everything anyway, so I was just a little bit pissed that they jumped on Bobcat, because it was such a big deal being on the showgrounds and all the pressure I was under and people watching me and rules I had to follow. And
yeah, no, I'm not f***ing everything up just a little bit. No stress. One little spot, man, one pile and it was out of bounds anyway.
Last year's track was much higher. I think there was sand on it as well, so it was a different situation.
They put so much restrictions on it. I feel sorry for the poor prick. Fucking, you look at the few years gone by, They had cars in there, they had a whole container, shipping container they drove over.
It took me 3 months to get them to say yes. And with that yes came an A4 piece of paper of rules and everything I had to follow. So
he did a really good job for no money.
out of 10 for the time frame we had to build it, the materials, I'd say it was a 9 out of 10. You know, to get it all together and get it done in that short amount of time and have everybody happy with it.
It looks lame. That's my first assumption of it too. This truck looks like shit. Get on my scooter and do it. You know, it wouldn't matter. And then when I drove over it, it was a little bit hard, a little bit better. And then, but driving over it soft and slow, that was easy. That was fine. And I didn't realise what it was today until I came there today and give it a bootful over it. Yeah, give it a bootful and see how fast she bounces.
Matty's rims make an appearance just hours before the event. Jesus adds to the rivalry between the Suzukis.
He's got a button that if you push, you're going to know about it.
For George, the news comes at the worst possible time.
Ready to build the car again each afternoon and morning before I have to go to work. And then boss calls. Off to see how I go.
And will Ray get Betsy started in time?